If you want to learn how to take paper and cotton fabric, put it together using only your hands and make an entire quilt, stay tuned. This is episode 3 of how to do English paper piecing. I already filmed it, but this is the one that we're going to join in. So I added in this hexagon onto this shape, and I'm going to roll that footage for you now. This is the shape I've already been working on. I'm making a flower, and I want to attach this piece to it. So the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to start by working from the left to the right is how I do it. What I'm really looking for here is where can I start and make it all the way through that stitch without having to like cut and start somewhere else again. So if I started right here in this bottom corner, for example, and I just went across here and here, well, then I would still have this side open. So we want to make sure and start where it makes the most sense. So you would attach these two. I just visually look at them for a second and I think, do I want it placed like that? No, I want this pink to be closer to this pink. Like this is literally what I do in my brain. And then I decide, okay, that's good enough. So then we're just going to put them on top of each other and we're going to start attaching. We're going to go through those corners. This is going to make just a little loop. I use my needle to kind of help me separate my threads a lot. Sorry, I'm getting out of view. It's going to give you this little loop, and I just feed back through that loop, and now this is tied on to my structure. This little piece is now attached to the bigger piece. So here we go. We're going to keep on sewing it. I just go down, leaving, I don't know, I just space them out with whatever I think looks good. I want to make sure that it's solid and attached well, but this is literally how you join them together. We're just going every once in a while. I will just throw my thread over my needle and that secures the stitch. So let's go all the way to the end. Oops. Sometimes that's going to happen. Your thread's going to get caught like that. I'm so glad that happened so I could show you. When this happens to you, it just means your thread got off track. One side of it was longer than the other side, and it just needs help getting straightened back out. So I just take my needle and the little loop it gave me, I just pull on it a little bit to loosen it back up. If that doesn't work, I grab the thread and look, you can just pull it the rest of the way through. Continuing down. So now we're at this little corner, and let me open it up so you can see what it looks like. So now I have the side piece attached, but this piece. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it over. I'm going to pivot it in my hands, and I'm just going to bend. Like this is hard to reach if I don't bend this. So you can just bend the paper. I bend this, I line it up, bend it over. This side's a little squished, that's okay. It does not matter. We keep going. So I'm gonna do a secure stitch by putting my thread over my needle, and I'm gonna keep going this way. I don't know if you can see, but there's a little loop there that I did not pull all the way through. You do want to make sure that things like that get pulled all the way through. I'm gonna go all the way to the end. This side. Oops, got caught, so I just backed out and pulled it through. And now I have this entire bottom piece attached. And again, we just need to pivot and finish this. So we turn it over, we match up the corners, just kind of squish the ones around it down, and now you're working on this one. Once we get to the very end, we're going to do the same thing that we did at the beginning. We're going to go through the two corners, We're going to put our needle over, over, and then we're going to pull it. She is all stitched together. From here, you're just going to cut, and I just tie this with my fingers.